The Adirondack Scenic Railroad is used by all sorts of arrangements and traveling public. We have people who obviously simply buy a ticket to ride with us, either on a general trip or one of our special events. But in addition to that, we have people who either charter a single car that is dedicated to them and travels on one of our regular trains, or we have people who charter an entire train for a special event. We have a couple of corporate groups that each year do an employee outing where, for example, they charter the entire train. Their employees get on at Utica and they go up to Thundera and spend the day and then come back later in the evening. Very specifically, one group is taking place at the depot tomorrow, and that is a wedding train. The entire wedding party, and not just the party, but all the guests are boarding the train in Utica at Union Station, traveling up here to Remsen, where everyone will get off the train and we'll have obviously a beautiful ceremony out on the lawn at the depot. And then we will all get back on the train and have refreshments on the way to Thundera. And they have chartered a restaurant up in Thundera where they will have their reception for 3 or 4 hours. And then we all take a nice leisurely ride. And I imagine most of them will be asleep, but we take a nice leisurely ride back down to Utica in the evening. So there are all sorts of things. We have a number of groups that are looking at outings, again, chartering a car or chartering a train where they might come to Howland-Patton or to Remsen or one of our other stations and have a barbecue or just a family get-together. A full car will hold 76 people if all the seats are in place. Many of our cars, we've removed a few seats for handicapped seating area. A couple of them have little mini bars in them and a couple seats out for that. But it's 76 people to a car, and the number of cars that we can add on is, well, it's not limitless because we run out of cars. But in the fall trains, when we run to Thundera during foliage season, you can usually expect to see 7 or 8 or even 9 coaches on board a train. So crowds of 300 to 400 are not difficult for us. We also have on board a cafe and gift shop where people can sit and relax and have some light refreshments during the trip, and there's always an open-air baggage car. We have people who just love to stand out in the baggage car and enjoy the scenery, take in the fresh air. And we also have people who, as yesterday when I had a couple of guys on the train who take their bicycles with them. We often have people with bicycles who are going up to Thundera to ride the trails. We have people who take their kayaks and canoes with us on the train, spend a couple of days in Old Forge, and then come down with us on a later train. Some of the things that are going on in the future of both the Adirondack Scenic and the Remsen Depot, we will be expanding, or hope to be expanding, our dinner train options. We go up to the Buffalo Head restaurant for dinner trains. We're looking at doing murder mystery trains so that people will experience a murder in front of their eyes. Here at Remsen, one of our other projects is we have brought in an old 1923 Pullman sleeper car, and our plan is to restore it firstly so that people can get a taste of rail travel in the 1920s, but also we are going to make it accessible for today's world and make it into a bed and breakfast so that people can come to Remsen either by train or by car and experience staying in an old rail car with all the amenities or lack of amenities that were true of 1923. And our biggest venture, and it's a couple years out, but we are working on trying to celebrate the Welsh heritage of this community, and we are going to build a Welsh community out here on our back lawn, and it will house a pub, a gallery, and a number of retail shops and vendors and craftspeople who will actually be making their wares. A group of us went to Wales 2 years ago and met with the Welsh government and a large number of crafters and artisans in Wales, received overwhelming support, and once we have our community up, the intent is to have crafters come over and stay here for 6 months, demonstrating and selling their crafts, teaching in the local high schools and colleges as well, and then going back home and someone else will take their spot. But we envisioned a lively little community that either you could come to on the train or year-round you could simply drive in and have a day. To find out more about the activities at Remsen, we have a website, remsendepot.com, and that will show you a list of all the activities that are going on here at the depot, both affiliated with the Adirondack Scenic and also our own activities, as well as a view of the station in the past, and there's some great information about the Welsh Village that we are planning for the future, all at remsondepot.com.